like 50 hours after use. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll be reviewing the SmartCat Grass Litter. I got this 20-pound bag off of Chewy for $30, but you can also get it on Amazon for like slightly less. I think it's like $28 and some change. So this is a great alternative to your traditional clumping clay litter, or it could be an alternative for your clumping walnut or your clumping corn litter. There are a lot of different options out there. I know some cats probably can't use certain ones, or the cat owner hates certain one. Like for me, walnut, the dust is just too much. I like corn, but my cats eat it. Grass, if you're like me, maybe grass will be the one. Who knows? This litter is made of 100% non-GMO grass seed. It is clay-free, fragrance-free, 99% dust-free. It is said to be very fine and soft for your cat's paw. It is biodegradable and renewable. There doesn't seem to be a lot to this litter. It's just like clay, but it's grass instead. So I'll try to use this entire bag before I review it. I'm gonna be honest here, I might have to stop this review after a week or two, depending on how Sven reacts with it. He is allergic to several types of grass. Now the litter does not specify what grass they're using, so we'll see if Sven has a reaction or not. I'll test this out and I'll come back with my full review. So we're back and we finished the entire 20-pound bag of litter in 20 days. And just as a reminder, we did test it out while my fosters were living in the house free roaming, and so that totals out to be 7 cats. And I'm not going to treat them as kittens because they were pretty like young adult size. They're about the same size as Louise, so I assume the deuces and the number ones are relatively the same size as her, so I will count them as like a full-grown cat. So diving right into our litter review categories, first off being dust. So surprisingly, it is very dust-free. I did a swipe test after the initial pour and literally not much was on my finger. I was worried that this was gonna be troublesome for Sven. He did okay the entire time. Our second category is tracking. It's typical, you see tracking with this type of small grained litter. So we tested this litter as usual with and without a litter mat. Without a litter mat, the first day or two, it tracked everywhere. It went up to my second floor. There is tracking onto the stairs, but it's not. And with a litter mat, it was fairly comparable. By the third day with a litter mat, I saw litter on my second floor. It's all up the stairs, all the way to the second floor. Yeah, Chauncey. There's just litter. So I feel like this litter is a little more sticky in a sense where it like grips onto their fur, and so it like really clings on, so when they walk it's just still stuck in their paw, and so that's why it travels so far. Our next category is clumping and absorption. Clumping is okay-ish. It's not the best I've ever seen. It's not the worst. Definitely have to wait for it to dry. If you don't, it's relatively like firm-ish, but there is like some crumbling, so watch out for that. Another thing about the clumping is once it's dried, it's really firm and it sticks to the litter box like insanely. You really have to work at scraping it and like trying to pop it off, and that's where the challenge comes in, is that yes, it's great that it's so firm, but also it's like it's so firm that you're having to put in a lot of work to scrape it off. And then when you do scrape it off, sometimes it does break into clump because you're literally trying to jab at it. So there is like a pro and con to this clumping. Another thing is this litter doesn't absorb very well. So Louise likes to pee like right on the bottom. This urine literally spreads through like a fourth of the litter box throughout the bottom of the litter. And so we're basically scooping up a pancake. Whereas other litters, it stops the urine from spreading that far, if that makes sense. I wanted to also mention that after you scrape off the urine clumps from the litter box, it leaves this moist area / residue on your litter box, which then catches any dust particles or litter pieces. Our next category is odor control. It does great with urine. However, with the solids, I think it's okay. It's not like terrible, because you know, when poop is freshly dropped, it stinks, but I noticed that even when it's covered, it kind of lingers just like a teeny bit. When the litter does get moist with urine, there is a scent. It's not a urine scent, it's like the litter itself, and it's not doughy. I know in the past I've described a lot of like corn and tofu litter as like having a doughy smell, but this is not the case. I can't even really describe the scent of it. It's like earthy. All I can say is it's not a bad smell. Our next and last category is value. I use this litter with 7 cats at 3 residents and 4 fosters. I would say they use this litter about 75 to 80% of the time. The litter lasted roughly 20 days. So for 1 cat, I would expect it to last anywhere from 3 to 5 months, depending on just how frequently they urinate and defecate, which is really good. I don't think it's the best I've ever seen. The value of this litter is fairly average. I think most litter lasts for 1 cat about anywhere from 3 to 4 months. So it's not bad. I have tested some litters where it lasted like 5 to 6 months. So not bad in value, but also not the best I've ever seen. So here are my final thoughts. I think this is a okay litter. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's not bad. It does what it's supposed to do. And I think it's great for those that are looking for a clay alternative litter. However, their cats can't use other litters like pine or corn, maybe due to allergies, or maybe they eat the corn one. So you do have this as an option. Alright guys, I hope you guys found this review helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in our next video. Bye. Also, if you're watching this and you're like, is that her cats on her sweater? Yes, it is. It's Sven, Robbie, and Louise. It's a personalized sweater. If you're interested, I have a code. I do not make money off the code. They gave me a code to share in case anyone wants a personalized sweater of their own pets.